What's up, guys? It's me, FritzRolle732, and welcome to this movie review. And I ask, how do you do? Pretty good? Okay. So, for this episode, I will be reviewing the last DreamWorks animation film distributed by 20th Century Fox before Universal Pictures owns the distribution with How to Train Your Dragon 3 in 2019. And the movie I'm talking about, you guys, is Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. Now, I know what you guys are asking. FritzRolle732, since this is the last DreamWorks animation film distributed by 20th Century Fox, did they end off on a high note? And the answer to that, you guys, is yes. Yes. My bad. I was expecting that. So yeah, they did end off on a high note, but not the highest note, you guys, because right now it has grossed $45.4 million even though, in the box office against a $38 million budget, which means it's not a total box office. It's not even a bomb, but it's close to a bomb. And Palo Seno, if you're watching this, something tells me this movie might go into sausage party mode. But hey, at least it wasn't made in Canada. Or at least some works weren't made in Canada, like Sausage Party. But hey. But even though it does have that low of a box office, Rotten Tomatoes gives it 84%. And right now, IMDb, the overall rating on IMDb is 7 out of 10. Which means overall this movie is really good. But however, it's just not making enough money, and obviously the reason why is because, DreamWorks decided it would be a good idea to go up against Wonder Woman because they thought that movie would suck. Because, the last two DC, they were like thinking, oh, the last two movies already sucks. Dawn of Justice and Suicide Squad, they didn't do well. Something tells me Wonder Woman will do well. Let's put it in there instead of save it to August. Well, big mistake. So yeah, but it's still a really good movie. I enjoyed it, you guys. I had a good experience, and with that, let me tell you the things that I like and dislike about my movie. About the movie. It's not my movie. I don't have the owning rights. Yeah, I don't have the owning rights. Yeah. This is not. Yeah. No owning rights. I'm just an 18-year-old boy. So yeah, but before I tell you that, you guys, let me tell about my experience. The experience was rather strange because I was the only teenager in the theater. The only people that were there besides me was just little kids with their family. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's an animated film, but I would expect, a couple teenagers to have, some love for animation and stuff like that. Like me. I mean, I'm a nerd and I love animation and all that. However, I am part jock, but actually, then again, that's a lie. I don't play football, but, I used to, but, I'm part athlete. I'm part athlete, though. I'm part sporty. But I like being a nerd. But oh well, not here to talk about that, talk about the movie. So, yeah, it was a rather strange experience because, there was only kids and families, and I was like the only teenager. But yeah, well, it's a good thing there were not that many people because, after all, it was a 3:55 showing, so it could have gone worse. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, I could have showed up at 7. I could have showed up at the 7:30 showing, and actually there would just be so many kids and so many parents that I'd be the only teenager, and I'm like, where are my bros at? Where are my bros at? Yeah, where are my people? I think I just offended the... Yeah, oh well. Yeah, where are my people? Anyway, so let me tell you about the movie. So the things that I like about this movie is that the art style. I love the animation. The fact that they use both 3D and 2D animation is great because it shows that DreamWorks is not a one-trick pony. They like to expand and use their imagination. The animators like to use their imagination, and I love that. And the fact that this was actually inspired by the actual comic book or novel or some sort, that I don't know. I never read the story, you guys. Sorry. The only movie that I read that was based off of a book was Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That's like the only one. And I have to say, it's hilarious. Read it. Read it. Read it. Anyway, so yeah, and the fact that it was based off of, the comic book, obviously the animators wanted to go to that style where why don't we just blend old school in with new school? And I have to say, it worked out really well. I love it. And the 3D animation, it was similar to Peanuts, and I love that movie for its animation and, everything, especially its animation. However, of course, there was differences between Peanuts and Captain Underpants. It was not exactly the same, so of course, yeah, no need to sue for copyright. We did not copyright. It's completely different. Yours is slow motion, slow movement motion, or whatever you call it. All I know is that the characters move slowly and, more into their comic strip. As for this movie, it was fast moving, and they decided to go to the Trolls route and, you know, use the brightness of color to fill expression. Like they use expression to emphasize on. I mean, they use. Yeah, let me just give me a moment. They use the animation to express expressions. Like for example, to express feelings. Like for example, if everything is joy and happiness, everything the colors start to brighten and everything's just filled with joy. As for if you see a part where it's just it's actually a bit saddening and stuff like that or miserable, that's when it starts to fade. The animation starts to not like fade like blurry or stuff like fade in color. But still, I just love that. And I love that for Trolls and I love it for here. It's just really great. And the next thing I love is the fourth wall breaking. Like, I wasn't expecting fourth wall breaking. Like, the characters actually talk to the audience. That was actually really good. Yeah. I love when characters fourth wall break. Yeah. Like Pinkie Pie. And Deadpool. And a few others. I can't remember. Oh yeah, that bat, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking of a Batman character from that, the Batman Brave and the Bold series. Yeah, he was, but then again, he was being like the narrator or stuff. I don't know. Anyway, um, so moving forward, I also love the humor and stuff. I love my favorite part of the whole movie was it was a funny part. It was the fact that they were doing a whole fart musical with whoopee cushions, arm farts, and burps. And it was just great. I love that. I was dying laughing when they had that part. And also the funniest part was they were making references to all movie critic and review websites. Like they were saying like they were doing rotten, like something with Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb or like Sundance Festival. Like they were doing all these things. Like Rotten Tomatoes, they did Rotten Potatoes instead. Yeah, instead of Rotten Tomatoes, they did Rotten Potatoes. And yeah, I thought that was good. And overall, it was just, yeah. And I think there was some IMDb, I don't know. It was just great. It was just flat out great. Great reference. And especially for me as the movie reviewer. I loved it. And as for honorable mentions, I will say the revelation of Professor Poopy Pants' real name and spoiler alerts. Man, I gotta say, yeah, I already mentioned spoilers, so I should have said that before. I already said in the previous takes. Seriously. Get on schedule. So yeah, spoiler alert, Professor Poopy Pants' real name is Professor P.P. Diarrhea Stein Poopy Pants. And I was just, when I heard that, I was dying, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what family was he raised in? Obviously, it's just the ancestors full of literal shit. Yeah. Literally, it's ancestors full of shit. That's what it is. And another one I would have to say, and two more I would have to say, is the one where they kept the secretary on hold for the whole movie. That was just funny. And then all of a sudden, by the time they answered, she was like, ah! And then all of a sudden, phew! And then, damn it! And the funny part was that Gradle Isle, like the person that I know her, yeah, the voice actor that is known for playing Azula from Avatar, Vicky from Fairly Odd Parents, and so many others. Yeah, Batwoman. Yeah, no, Catwoman. Catwoman. Batwoman's Tara Strong. Catwoman from from the video games. Yeah, Gretel Isle was the secretary, and she, yeah, was, ah, that was just great. I actually just realized that, by the way, you guys. So yeah, and as for the last one, it would have to be the fact that the scene where George and Harold first met. That one was also a good one. Um, mhm, yeah, that one was also a good one. And the fact that they already know what, yeah, they were laughing at Uranus. That means that she's. It sounds like anus. You know, your actual anus. That's why they were laughing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these kids were in kindergarten, and they already know the names of private parts. I'm guessing something tells me yeah, going on to the future when they're like in fifth grade, they're just going to be in fourth grade or fifth grade, and they already know how big. Something tells me when they are in fourth grade or fifth grade. Normally, middle schoolers know this, but instead, it will be when they're in fourth grade or fifth grade. They will know how babies are made. That's what I was like thinking. I'm like, oh gosh, something tells me they already know what babies are made after after realizing that. But oh well. Sorry that it took so long. I was hesitant. So yeah, I love the humor as well. Yeah. And the last thing I would say that I like is, the voice acting. The voice acting was pretty darn good. And here are the negatives that I would say that I like. And that's the thing. The negatives that I would say, here are the things that I dislike. It's also the voice acting as well. It's just the fact that, using adult actors to play, kid roles, it sounds pretty weird. And also, it's weirder if you use your own regular voice. That's how weird it was. And also, another thing that I dislike about the film was, and sorry, I'm not facing the camera. Another thing that I dislike about the film was just the fact that Captain Underpants was just too stupid. There were a couple scenes where he was too stupid, but then again, that's how he was supposed to be. I think that's how he was meant to be created in the first place. But oh well, I don't know. I haven't read the books, you guys. I haven't read the books. Sorry. And let's see, anything that I dislike about it? Um, no, not that much. There really was rarely anything that I disliked it. However, even though there was rarely anything, I give this movie a 7.5. And if I rated it on IMDb, I would give it either a 7 or an 8. I don't know, you guys. And the thing is, you guys, it's not that it's the reason why I rated that low is because even though I can't it's just my feeling. It's just I have a feeling where I feel like this movie is like rated this out of this because I mean, and even though I might not come up with the reasons, it's just how I feel. And, you know, yeah, that's the reason why I would give it that. It's just, I feel like in my opinion, I feel like it's a 7.5 to an 8. Yeah. In fact, I better change my rating because I gave it a 7 on IMDb. Yep, just 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute, not later. Freaking spam, man. Yeah, freaking spam. IMDb, yep, I put that as a 7 and I will change it to an 8. There. And yeah, it's an 8. Yeah, definitely an 8. It was a good film. And yeah. So, yeah, is there anything else that yeah. Hmm, let me think. I know there has to be something else. Oh yeah. One last thing. If I had to, yeah, one last statement about this movie, I would have to say my last statement for this movie is that if Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony was real, I had to say this would be her favorite movie to watch because it has everything. Oh yeah, that's the thing. And the thing that I really love about it is just the fact that it actually, has, shows the true meaning of laughter. That's the reason why, I say this would be Pinkie Pie's favorite film is because it shows the true meaning. It teaches people the true meaning of laughter and stuff, and the world needs laughter. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this movie review. If you want to check out my whole channel, click up here and subscribe. If you want to check out my other movie review episodes, click down here. And if you want to notify, click down on the bell and all as well. Yeah, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you dislike it. Please don't dislike it, please. And as for hat of the day, I actually got this hat from USGA, so it's good. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I tip my hat to you for a good show, and I'll see you guys later in the future.